Ladies and gentlemen, President Trump has just declared war, but not just any type of war. No, President Trump has just declared a holy war, a crusade, if you will, against communism. In fact, check this out. President Trump this morning on Truth Social reposted this article. Trump declares holy war on communism in his latest speech. This is from the desk of President Donald Trump. And I'll tell you what, that is exactly what he did. Because at his speech last night, President Trump gave in Washington, D.C., at America's 250th anniversary, President Trump went up there and went absolutely scorched earth on communism, which is these days, as I think everyone here is very well aware, a very serious threat to our republic. Now, first off, why don't I just let you listen to some of the stuff he had to say? Ladies and gentlemen, take a listen to this from last night's presidential speech.
Across the generations, Americans have fought, bled, and died, not just to secure those rights, but to expand them to citizens of every race, religion, color, and creed, because we are one people. We are one family. You showed that tonight with one flag. And as our Declaration of Independence tells us, we are all made in the image of one Almighty God.
That's right. Yep.
And a communist will never say that. That's for sure.
No, they won't. And you know what? President Trump is absolutely right. These democratic communists, if you will, they are absolutely godless. Why? Because God threatens their power. You can't be both loyal to God and loyal to their far left communist government. No, you can't, which is why all these democratic communists these days are so absolutely hell-bent on removing God from the equation, from the picture altogether. Have you ever wondered why they do this? Because God is a threat to their entire power structure. That's why. Now, President Trump continued on. He has a lot to say here. Last night he did. But before we take a listen to that, make sure to hit that like button. Make sure to subscribe to the channel if you have not already. And also find us over on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. And hey, go buy some Morse Force merch over at themorsereport.com. Morsereport.com. But okay, folks, check this out because like I said, President Trump, he had a lot to say last night. And really, he's just getting going. Take a listen to this.
And after we vanquished fascism, Americans stood against the evil of communism in the Cold War. And as I said last night at the beautiful Mount Rushmore, what a beautiful place, where Washington, Jefferson, Lincoln, and Theodore Roosevelt loomed over my shoulder as I spoke, America will never be a communist country.
Never.
Won't happen.
No.
Communism is a loser, and it always will be. The communist system is the opposite of the American system, and the communist system has never worked. Our warriors did not fight communism on battlefields across the world, only to have that menace rear its ugly head right back here in America. We're not going to let it happen. We like to stop a threat like that immediately and before it begins. It's like a cancer. You got to cut it out. You got to cut it out fast.
Oh, yeah. That's absolutely right. And of course, once again, President Trump, he's totally correct with everything he just said. Folks, long gone are the days during which all of us Americans buried our heads in the sand. No, ignoring this rising Democrat communist threat is not going to make it go away. In fact, it's only been able to grow to this size, this threat, because we have been ignoring it for so long. No, it's time to wake up. It's time to go on the offense against all of this democratic communism, if you can call it that has been spreading across our country really like a cancerous, malignant tumor, a cancer, as President Trump just said. Now, President Trump then went on last night at his great speech to say this. Take a listen.
For 250 years, the United States of America has been the hope, the promise, the light, and the glory among all of the nations of the world. All over the world, they try and be like us. Nobody can be like us. And with God's help, we will always be this or even better. We're going to be better. Here in our national mall, we're celebrating freedom's triumph over tyranny, liberty's conquest over oppression, and the enduring victory of the American spirit from the July 4th, 1776 to July 4th, 2026. Big dates. That's big dates. Two big ones.
250
and
years.
Tonight our country is stronger, freer, richer, safer, and prouder than ever before. For 200.
And he's absolutely right. Now, of course, as it pertains to all of this, President Trump posted these two little gems I want to share with you here. President Trump on Truth Social this morning, he said this: Trump warns godless communists will turn cities into slums as the Democrats fail to fight socialist surge. Now, we've all been talking about this civil war, if you will, that is currently raging on inside of the Democrat Party. You have, I suppose, whatever's left of the older, more moderate, old school Democrats, not many of them left, that have finally woken up. They're realizing, wait a minute, my great Democrat Party has been hijacked by communists. And actually, that is exactly what has happened. Now, some people, they call them socialists. Trump has done something so smart. Trump is not coming out here ranting and raving against socialists. Okay, and this is no defense of socialists. Trump calls them what they are. It is important that we follow suit. They are communists. You know who wants to be called socialists? Communists. Don't follow their rhetoric. Don't call them socialists. It's a little bit of a softer term. Call them what they are. This is a war on communism. They want you to call them socialists because it softens the edge. Okay? They are communists. And God bless Trump for actually realizing that, identifying that, and calling them what they are, exposing truly what they are. Now, Trump says that the godless communists are going to turn cities into slums as the Democrats fail to fight this surge. Does that seem to be the case? Yeah. I mean, look at how many of these cities across the country are currently being run, operated by communists. Portland, San Francisco, Los Angeles, Seattle, dozens more. Okay, the list goes on and on and on. And what's happened to all of these cities? Into the ground. They've been governed, lorded over by these communists into the dirt. Trump is absolutely right. Now, Trump also said this. He said this 2 days ago. In fact, a little bit of a warning here. As far as I'm concerned, this, what I'm about to share with you, is perhaps one of my favorite President Trump quotes of all time. This might be one of the best things President Trump has ever said. And I know he said a lot of pretty good things. He said this 2 days ago. You can be loyal to Karl Marx, or you can be loyal to America. You can be a communist, or you can be a patriot. You cannot be both. President Trump said that 2 days ago. That is a mic drop, slow clap moment, one of the most astute things, accurate things, on the nose things President Trump has ever said in his entire life. And of course, he's absolutely true. And so it's all of this. Listen, we are aware. We are woke. We're woke. We are aware of the threat that these communists are posing. They are on the march. As we are trying to celebrate 250 years of our great national history, the communists are on the march. And really, at this point, they're taking their masks off. You're having these people come out on the far left, and they're openly talking about how they are communists. They're not even trying to hide it these days. Call them what they are, expose them. Trump declares a holy war on communism. This is a crusade. And you know what? It's about damn time. Folks, if you ask me, a holy war on communism, a crusade against communism, the spread of communism in this country, it's a rot. It's a virus. It's an ideological plague that is spreading. We got to combat this stuff. We got to shut it down. God bless Trump for raising awareness here and leading us into battle, so to speak, if you will. Because putting an end to this communistic expansion is exactly what it's going to take if we truly want to put America first.